and thank you so much for coming back to my channel this week. So today we're going to be talking about single parenting 101. Whether you're a mom or a dad, all of these tips will be just as interesting and helpful to you. So I know there is going to be some things that not everyone may know. So that's why I felt it necessary to share these tips with you. These are tips that I have found myself online, and there are tips that I use in my daily life. For those of you that don't know, I'm a single mother of 4. I have teenagers and I have a younger one that's only 3. So if you are one that's dealing with that same age range and you need some tips and tricks on how to kind of release and enjoy life and still be a parent without being stressed out, these are going to be some great tips for you. So if you want to see how to kind of tune in and get ready to start making life easier as a parent, stay tuned. Okay guys, so let's just jump right in. The very first tip is something that I think is profound for any parent, because your schedule is super important in reference to what you can actually include in your daily life, what you can do with your children. And so the very first tip is work a schedule that suits your family. Okay? Work a schedule that suits your family. I have not always had the luxury of being able to work from home and make up my own schedule as an entrepreneur. I am a makeup artist, freelance makeup artist, so I accept jobs, you know, here and there throughout the week, and then when I'm not working, I work from home. So, and I make up my own schedule with that. So that is a very, I would say, blessed situation that I have, and I am so thankful to God that that is the situation that I am in. And everybody doesn't have that luxury. Some people have to work for other people and work 9 to 5. And if that is the situation, don't be afraid to go to your boss. Don't be afraid to go to whoever is in charge at your place of work and discuss with them. If you're getting to your child's school to pick them up or getting home too late and you're rushing through traffic and it's creating a stressful situation for you, the first thing you want to do is just go to your boss and just let them know, hey, is it any way I could possibly come in 30 minutes early, get off 30 minutes early? I'm having some, conflicts with my schedule, and it's really causing me to not be able to be there for my child. And I'm all alone. I don't have any help. If you come to people that way and they really know and understand, because they may be a parent as well, you never know what the situation could be. So don't put it past them. Just go ahead and ask and see what you can work out. You might be surprised at the outcome. So the second tip is scheduling kid-free time. Okay, we all need time to ourselves. If you're single, of course, and you want to go out on a date, or you don't want to go on a date but you want to do something for yourself, like going and get a manicure and pedicure, or if you're a dad, you want to just go and play basketball, or go to the gym, schedule a sitter. And if you can't afford a sitter, then it's always great to know other parents that you can maybe swap babysitting services with, whether they're in your neighborhood or whether they are friends of the family and they have children and they're going to want to also have time to themselves. It's always a great situation when you can swap sitting services. Okay, so the third tip is don't obsess over things that you cannot control. Okay, there's always going to be situations that are going to come up as a parent when you are handling everything on your own that is out of your control, including dealing with the other parents. If the father or the mother of your child is not pulling their weight, and they're making false promises, or they say they're going to come and do something and they don't follow through, one thing you don't want to do is to allow yourself to get to the point where you're just losing sleep over something that, again, you can't control. You are the primary parent. So what I always do, and I don't have any problems with the other half of my children, I just don't even put it in my mind to think that I need their help for this or for that. I mentally focus on doing it on my own. And then if they know about whatever's going on, I will share it with them. And then if they are able to do something then, or to assist, then it's an extra, it's a bonus. But I have the mindset that this is on me. I'm gonna try and focus on doing as much as I can. If things don't follow through properly, then I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm not gonna lose sleep because it's not something I can handle. I'm just gonna be the best parent that I can be. And that's all you can do. Okay, so number 4th tip is take a moment and count to 10, okay? There is nothing like having to deal with, if you have toddlers, picking up peas off of the floor for the 10th time, or dealing with siblings that are fighting, or, just having to repeat yourself, which you do have to do on a regular basis as a parent, repeating yourself, telling your children what to do and what not to do. And sometimes it just really is helpful to maybe go to another room, go to the bathroom, shut the door, turn the light off, count to 10, just take a break for a moment. Go in the closet, sit on the floor. Take that time to actually kind of regroup, give yourself more of a clear mind by thinking of something that's positive or something that you're looking forward to. Or, laugh it off. Laugh it off instead of getting upset, and then keep going with whatever it is that you have to deal with, and then come back to it another time. And that goes not just for this type of situation, but just in life, period. There's going to be things that are going to frustrate you, and whether it's a relationship or whether it's your job, if that's the case, then again, in any situation in life, take 10. Stop, count to 10, laugh it off, go in another room, close your eyes, do whatever you have to do just to kind of bring yourself back, because yelling is not healthy for the child. And I have to admit myself, it's very easy for me to get to a point where I raise my voice or I find myself reprimanding all the time, and that's really not a good feeling, because I don't want to feel like the only communication that I am having with you is when you're doing something wrong, or I'm telling you what you need to do and correcting. You want to have a healthy relationship with your children. So even myself, I am working on that because I have 3 boys and 3 of them are in middle school. So when it gets to that point, there's times where you're like, oh my God, again, you've left the house without making up your bed, or you have trash under your bed, or you're supposed to clean the kitchen and you didn't do this, or you didn't wipe off the counters. And I find myself repeating things all the time. And it's not until I'm not in the situation anymore, and when they're gone the next day at school, and I'm like, I don't like this. I want to have a better, calmer relationship with my children, where they don't look at me as just being the person that's yelling and telling them what to do all the time. So I'm learning from these tips as well. So I'm sharing it with you because it was definitely a helpful thing for me. The next tip is, don't have a competition with yourself. I know some people before having children were that type that always wanted things to be in its place. Before going to work, you may have made sure that the house was clean because you want to come home to a clean house, which is understandable. But when you have children and you have to get them dressed, brush their teeth, comb or brush their hair, feed them, feed yourself, get dressed, you don't really need to make sure that the floor is vacuumed, the kitchen is clean, everything is done before you walk out that door, or you're putting extra stress on yourself. If you live alone, it's okay. Nobody is there to judge you if you come home and there were dishes in the sink because you were overwhelmed with trying to get everybody out the door. Worry about that after work when you come home and you're in your space that you can kind of calm down and deal with, everything that's happened over the day. Then you go ahead and vacuum and clean the bathroom or clean the kitchen, whatever the routine is that you normally do. Don't stress out over things that it's like you're trying to keep up with whatever you were doing prior to having children, or how you are in your mind feel that things should always be. And it's not going to always be that way 24/7. Even if you feel like I want to come home to a spotless house, it's not necessary to do or to keep up with all the time. There are times that you're going to want to just take a breather, relax, leave the dishes in the sink, and allow yourself to just kind of not put so much on your plate at one time. The next tip is pointing out good qualities in men. Okay? If the dad is not around to show the son or daughter how to be a good man, or how a good man should be, and the guide things that are important for them to learn, then it is our most important duty as the parent or mother to show them role models of men, whether it is your father, or if you have a brother. Incorporate certain things that are going on in your life with those people that you know are going to show your son or your daughter not a perfect picture, but a more positive picture, so that they don't feel like growing up, okay, my father wasn't here, my father wasn't a good role model or example for me, so this is pretty much what I can expect for all men. Or as a young boy, this is okay for me to do or be with my family. So it's very important for you to, if your daughter has a father-daughter dance, have your father to attend, or your brother to attend. Or if there is a baseball game that your son is involved in, have, even if you're dating or you have a male friend that's a great role model, that can still be there to show them that this is what you can expect from real men. The next tip is congratulate yourself, okay? If you're doing it all alone, no one is going to recognize or pat you on the back when you notice that your children are saying please and thank you, and sharing their toys, or apologizing when they've done something wrong without being asked or told. We should be aware of our achievements and recognize that we are making that happen. I am doing it all and deserve the recognition, and so do you. So we all need to make sure that we recognize what we are doing right, rather than focusing on the things that we need to change as a parent, because we do a lot. Okay, so give yourself a pat on the back and recognize you are a great mother, you are a great father, and you deserve just that recognition. Pat on the back. Your children will recognize it when they get older and they become those responsible adults that you are building, that you are guiding. Okay? The next tip is more so for if you have toddlers. Most importantly is to be prepared. Okay? When you leave the house, if there are not children that are, that are on bottles or Pampers or whatever the case may be, and they're toddlers, anywhere between the age of 3 to 5 or 6, being prepared is very important because their attention span is so short. So if you have to go to the doctor's office, or you have to wait to be seated for dinner, or even at the dinner table, there are things you have to do to keep those children occupied, which is why the restaurants give you crayons and little papers to color. So typically I will pack my daughter's tablet. That tablet is a lifesaver. It's a lifesaver. She's on YouTube Kids all day long if I allow her to be. I have to make sure I have juice and a snack, so that if she gets, a little rowdy, or she gets kind of restless, then she has something to keep her attention in between the tablet and whatever else. So if it's with your children, taking a toy, taking a snack, something that just keeps their minds occupied. You can't walk around and be sitting still in a place with a toddler and expect for them to sit still with you. So always make sure that you pack something that is going to keep their attention and keep them calm and quiet. So the last tip is multitasking strategically. Okay, multitasking is a must because as a parent, I always, in the back of my mind, have a list of things that I have to do on a daily basis, whether it's calling the bank or folding clothes or washing clothes or making sure that I take the food out the freezer so that I can prepare it in time for dinner, helping with homework. Even my 3-year-old has homework every day. It's always something every day. But even in the midst of those things I have to do on my list, the children still need your attention and your time. So more so with the toddler. If I have to fold clothes, then I might sit on the floor with her while she's playing and occasionally answer a question or take a Barbie doll and move it around and continue doing what I'm doing. Or maybe even sing nursery rhymes with her while I'm cooking dinner. There are different things that you can do to multitask and still get the things done around the house without neglecting to pay attention to the children. That is the most important, and it's the hardest because very rarely do I have time to just take a moment and sit on the floor, play Barbie dolls with her. My 3 boys, they are older, so they don't play, but they enjoy doing things like playing Uno. They love video games. I'm not a video game player. I used to sit and play video games with them in the past, but I have not done that in a very long time because the games that they like to play is not my type of games to play. Shooting up monsters and all of that jazz. I let them, keep up with that. But there are still different things that we like to do, whether it's just cooking a great dinner, bringing everybody together, putting on a movie, and we sit and watch the movie together. One thing we love to do together is watch The Walking Dead, at least me and the 3 boys. It's kind of hard to do with the 3-year-old without her seeing, and I have to, balance that, which is another story. But family time is very important. So just incorporating doing the things that you need to do to still pay attention to the children and still getting your tasks crossed off your list. So guys, I hope that these were some great tips for you that you can use on your daily routine with your children. And if there is any other questions or that you may have about my routine and how I do things, considering I have a toddler and I have older children as well, please feel free to ask that in the comment box and I will definitely respond. I really love interacting with my subscribers, so it really makes me feel excited to see comments in the comment box that people are watching and that they're interacting, because I want to interact with you. So please comment below. Make sure that if you are a female or male, whatever you're into, if you love makeup, I am a makeup artist, so please tune in to the other weeks that I'm going to be doing makeup tutorials. Every week, go back and forth. Like this week, I did a makeup tutorial, and I'm also doing this for the single mothers. But if you subscribe, then you can go through all of my videos, look at those YouTube tutorials. I also do hair reviews, and I talk about real life things that are important to me because that's what I'm dealing with. So I try to help other people based off of what it is I'm dealing with. So I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy the other videos that I'm putting out as well. If you think that this video will be helpful to someone else that's a single mother or a single father, please make sure that you share it with them and like and thumbs this video up. I am so grateful to be able to provide this for you, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week on my next video. Thank you again for watching, and have a great one. Bye.